One day, Adugo packed her bags and left a note saying she wasn't interested in a marriage anymore, that she doesn't want to be tied down in the name of marriage. Chuka cried, thinking his wife would change her ways and come around, but she did not. She just left him with their 8-month-old baby girl. Once upon a time, in a faraway land, there lived a certain maiden called Adugo. Adugo was a very beautiful girl with beautiful brown eyes and long hair. Every eligible man in her town envisioned themselves marrying her and having her as a wife. But Adugo wasn't ready to settle down for a family life. She rather loved to hang out with her friends and attend parties where she was always the center of attraction. There was no time she goes out that she doesn't get a nice compliment from men, but she would just enjoy the attention and fun with them and move on. Adugo's parents will keep advising her to leave her old ways and grow up, that her mates are already having children in their husband's house, but she refused to listen to them. One day, Adugo decided to listen to her parents' advice and accepted one of her suitors to marry. Adugo's parents pondered on what could have led to a change of heart and thanked the gods that she listened to their advice. A month after her marriage, Adugo broke the news of her being pregnant. Her husband Chuka was so happy and his joy knew no bound. While she was pregnant, she still kept to her old ways of going to parties and drinking heavily, even while pregnant. Her husband begged her to stop drinking till after she has been delivered of the baby, so her child won't be medically affected. But she rather paid deaf ears to his pleas. On the day of her delivery, she delivered a beautiful baby girl, but she had a little deformity due to Adugo's excess drinking habit. Adugo initially refused to feed her newborn baby and also did not want to touch her. Chuka took one look at the child and loved the child without holding back. He decided to raise the child without minding her deformation. Chuka would walk into the room most times to the sound of the baby's cries and would query Adugo if she was deaf and wasn't hearing the baby's cry. She would reply saying that he should please leave her alone and stop nagging. Chuka would reply saying, "You're calling me a nag because I am reminding you of your responsibilities as a mother?" She would retort asking him to please leave her alone, that she has more important things she was doing. Adugo wasn't interested in anything concerning the child, but was only interested in the latest gossip and latest parties to attend. This was already beginning to affect the baby so much that Chuka had to take over raising the baby by himself. Chuka would bathe the baby, make sure she is well fed, dress her up, and take her to daycare on his way to work. Most times, when he comes back in the evening, he will scarcely meet Adugo at home, and the home will be in a dirty condition with no food prepared for him upon his return. Chuka was already getting fed up with her character when one day Adugo packed her bags and left a note saying she wasn't interested in a marriage anymore, that she doesn't want to be tied down in the name of marriage. Chuka cried, thinking his wife would change her ways and come around, but she did not. She just left him with their 8-month-old baby girl. Chuka held his daughter, which he named Ifechi, in his arms and made a promise not to abandon her. Years later, Ifechi grew up to become the most brilliant girl in town. That though she was deformed, it did not stop her from spreading her wings and reaching great heights. Chuka couldn't be more proud of her, as she got an amazing job offer that changed their family's fortunes for good. One day, a lady came to see Ifechi in their home. Her father wasn't around at the time, and she introduced herself as Adugo. So she asked who she was to the family, and as she was about to respond, her father came into the sitting room and asked Adugo what she was doing in his home. Adugo went on her knees and begged her husband to please forgive her, that she did not know what came over her. Chuka turned to Ifechi saying, "This is your mother, who left you when you were a baby." Ifechi stood up in anger and asked her to leave her home. Ifechi inquired her as to what she wants from them now, having abandoned her when she was a baby. She said she is dying from a sickness and need a lot of money to take care of herself, that she needs their help. Ifechi replied saying, "Oh, you did not come to apologize for what you did, but you are only here because you need help?" Ifechi wondered what kind of a mother she was for her to be so unfit. Ifechi went on to say, "You kept drinking when you had me in your belly, and that caused my deformity. Not only that, you refused to breastfeed me and rejected me after you caused what happened to me. You left my dad and I when we needed you the most in our lives, and now you show your face asking us to forgive you? Gosh, I don't want to ever see you in my life. You are a terrible mother." Adugo turned to her daughter Ifechi and said, "I am sorry. I don't know what came over me. Please forgive me. I am still your mother." Ifechi replied saying, "You don't deserve the title mother. You are just a woman who carried me in your belly." Adugo turned to Chuka and said, "Please forgive me, my love, and take me back." She said she couldn't live the lifestyle she was used to, as she enjoyed partying, but she has truly changed and is ready to be a good wife and mother to their daughter. Chuka said, "Are you okay? Can't you see I have moved on? I have a beautiful wife who has given me 4 beautiful children. I can never take you back." Adugo stood up and said, "Fine. It is important for you to know that Ifechi isn't your daughter. I lied about being pregnant for you." She narrated that one day, years ago, before she accepted to marry him, that she met a very handsome man, and after having some fun with him, she became pregnant. After informing the man that she was pregnant with his child, this said man informed her that he wasn't interested in taking responsibility for the child, and so she decided to turn around and quickly accepted one of the men that had earlier been asking for her hand in marriage, at least before her belly bump starts to show. "And that was why I chose you. I just wanted to pin the baby on a responsible father, and I did not want anyone looking down on me." Chuka replied saying, "I know. I have always known." Ifechi asked her father if what she said was true, and he said yes, that he knew when they were married. He also revealed that when Ifechi was about 5 months old, that he came home and heard her mother discussing with one of her friends, telling her that the child isn't his. He was so heartbroken, but he already loved her and have accepted her as his, that he wasn't going to let what he heard his wife say change how he will love his daughter. With tears in Ifechi's eyes, she went to hug her father. Adugo further pleaded for help, but Ifechi, who was now fed up with her presence, went to her room and came out with some money and gave it to her, telling her that she had lived with hate for her mother for so long and it has affected her in so many ways. Ifechi begged that she should leave her house and never come back, that she has forgiven her, not for anything, but for at least giving her life. And Adugo left their home in shame. Ifechi went and hugged her father again and said, "Dad, you're a true gem and hero. I love you forever, Dad." He smiled, and with tears rolling down his eyes, he replied saying, "I love you too." The end. The lesson to be learned from this story is, never take advantage of the love a person has for you. Do not be so careless with things so important in life, especially when it comes to the health of your baby. Do not reject your child just because of one deformity or the other. Learn to forgive others when they hurt you, because that is only when you can find true peace. Never let deformity make you feel you cannot make it in life. I hope you enjoyed this story. Please do not forget to click on the subscribe button as it helps us grow. Kindly turn on the post notification so you'll be the first to know when I drop a new story. Like, share, and leave us a comment, and I will see you in my next video. Till then, bye!